An okay home, a nice home. Overall, 5 of 35 from 3, 25% overall from the field. The low mark in 6 years under Shaka Smart.
Well, when you saw them when they were, you mentioned in the Open, when they were ranked number 4, you thought, okay, if they can get by COVID, they can sustain this. And also, the other thing, that kryptonite with this team would have been a zone, and that's exactly what happened. They couldn't make shots. Jace Febres, their well-known three-point shooter, didn't get in that game. I expect to see him tonight, and talking to Coach Smart, because he can really get it done from beyond the arc.
Selton Miguel gets it done from beyond the arc to start it off for Kansas State, the true freshman from Angola. Once again starting in place of the injured Deshaun Gordon.
Well, that's huge, getting off to that start for Miguel. He's typically out of rhythm, plays a little bit out of kilter at times. Coach Weber really wants him to use his ability to balance between being aggressive and knocking down shots. That's a huge lift for him to knock down that first basket.
Just a 25% three-point shooter. K-State on a 10-game losing skid. They have not won in 2021. They did win their Big 12 opener December 15th against Iowa State.
Oh, you mentioned that. This team hasn't won. Whoa, that's Brown.
Greg Brown knocks down a 3. Speaking of players who struggle from beyond the arc, Brown at 30% on the season. Again, trying to show off his range. He does it there. You see 3 true freshmen in the starting lineup for Kansas State. That has been a theme all year. They depend so much on youth. Bradford, Pack, and Miguel, the true freshmen in the starting 5. Here's Mike McGurl, the only senior for K-State. And Greg Brown snatches the rebound for Texas. Lob it inside, and Jericho Sims is fouled.
That's an area where Texas can excel against K-State. Even though Bradford is a big fella and Texas can't match necessarily his girth and size, they can overcome that with their athleticism, starting with that young man right there, Jericho Sims, one of the most athletic guys in the conference. I mean, he's all but a man-child in this league.
I remember, Lance, it was last year Bill Self at Kansas called Sims the best athlete in the Big 12. And now with Kai Jones' development, with Greg Brown now on the team, you wonder if Sims is even the best athlete on the roster. That's how stacked Texas is up front.
Well, he's certainly in the top 3 on this team, and I would say where he separates himself is he has a different level of strength than Brown and Kai Jones, and so he can get it done in a way that others can't when you have to go to that next level and impose your will on the game. He can do that.
Here's Nigel Pack, already one of the top freshmen in the Big 12. Matt Coleman defending him on the switch now, 6 to shoot. Off the screen from Bradford. McGurl has to put it up from near NBA range. And Texas running in transition. Courtney Ramey puts it up. That's a swish. Another 3 for Texas to take a 6-3 lead.
Yeah, Ted, these 2 big threes early for Texas are huge. Ramey is the best three-point shooter from beyond the arc. The guard shoots above 40%. But this will change your confidence pretty quickly when you come out firing and knocking down threes.
Six to shoot. Miguel on the perimeter. Looking inside, and he finds Bradford, who puts it in.
Well, that's where they excel with Bradford. Whenever they get him diving on pick-and-roll situations and find him, that's where he's best.
And Greg Brown with his second 3 here in the early going for UT.
Well, this all but changes the game for Kansas State, and defensively doesn't look like they'll be able to rely on their zone to force Texas to make shots.
Nigel Pack buries a triple. Pack shooting at 42% on the year. Had 4 threes in a loss Saturday against Texas Tech. Ramey has it stripped. 3-on-2 for Kansas State. McGurl finding the trailer, and Pack hits again. Wildcats in front.
Ted, if there's one guy you have to pick up for K-State every single time down the floor, it is Nigel Pack.
And Sims is fouled underneath. What a start to this one with shots falling at both ends.
Boy, they're raining threes. Nothing really there to be created. Overly aggressive. How about McGurl finding his running mate in Pack? That's what he's going to do, especially in transition. He'll park right beyond that three-point arc. If he has space and time, you can write it in the books most of the time. This young man is an elite three-point shooter.
Yeah, Lance, as we asked Bruce Weber yesterday, Sims is at the line knocking down the first one. How does Pack get his shot off consistently at just 6 feet tall? And Weber said, I call it the Indiana fundamentals. Pack is from Indianapolis. He's been schooled so well. He has such a quick release, and he is shot ready at all times.
Yeah, and Texas contributed to that a little bit there. With Ramey falling out of bounds, no one found Pack and picked him up. But to add to what Coach Weber says, it just seems that this young man, he's always in the right position on the floor to receive the ball, to get into open spaces. And to Coach Weber's point, his release is extremely quick, so he makes you pay for your errors and mistakes.
The teams have combined to knock down 7 of 9 shots from the field here in the first 4+ minutes.
And this is where I thought K-State hurt themselves in the previous games, where they fall in love with trying to get it into those bigs. Their bread is buttered right there on the perimeter.
Mike McGurl joining the party. McGurl himself a 34% three-point shooter, but he leads K-State in three-point makes on the season, now 44 on the year.
Yeah, and Ted, I think the difference in this game and others in recent history for K-State is the guards are leading the charge versus trying to go through the bigs to generate offense.
Texas turns it over, and we have a timeout in Manhattan. Sizzling start for both teams. K-State from deep, Mike McGurl, the only senior on the team.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital. Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Three-point lead for Kansas State at home against number 13 Texas. We are so glad that you could join us. Ted Emmerich along with the former Longhorn Lance Blanks. It was a month ago today in Morgantown that Andrew Jones knocked down the game winner for Texas against West Virginia. They were 10-1, rose to number 4 in the country. Since then, they've lost 4 of 5. They got hit so hard by COVID, lost 3 in a row, in fact, coming into this one. And Lance, it's clear, Shaka Smart told us last night he could sense frustration from his guys Saturday in the double overtime loss to Oklahoma State.
Yeah, but the key is the frustration has not extended itself to the head coach, as in Shaka Smart. He's still very confident. He understands what's happened. That 10-1 start also extended back as far as last year because they won 5 of their last 6. They brought it into this season. And to your point, as you see there on the graphic, COVID hit them, 1 with the roster, then 2 with the head coach. They've lost 4 or 5, and then, of course, they ran into a very good Baylor team, ran into arguably the best freshman in the country in Cade Cunningham, or potentially the best. So it's much ado about nothing, I think, in Shaka's mind. He just wants to right the ship and ride it into rhythm, if you will, as they prepare for the tournament, Ted.
Texas has the best 3-point defense in the league, but they have got to extend to the perimeter right now. K-State 4 of 5 from beyond the arc here in the early going. And a foul is called. It's on Greg Brown, his first. Now, Kansas State was much more competitive Saturday against Texas Tech. Yes, another double-digit loss, but it wasn't the embarrassment that they had seen over the previous few weeks. Pack missed it going reverse side.
Yeah, Texas has gotten into a little bit of a shooting contest here with Kansas State. I'm not sure that you want to do that with a guy like Nigel Pack on the floor, especially as many games as they're lost. You don't want them to get confidence.
Kai Jones checking in and immediately making an impact. The sophomore from the Bahamas hitting his first shot.
And Kai Jones is really a starter. He comes off the bench willingly for this Texas ball club, but he's as much of a starter as any of the other 5 guys. In fact, Coach Smart says he has 6 starters, not 5.
Back off the mark. Brown pulls down another rebound for Texas. Now Kai Jones, a projected first-round pick according to the latest ESPN NBA mock draft from Jonathan Givony and Mike Schmitz. Greg Brown, a projected first-round pick as well.
Yeah, NBA scouts love both of these young men, especially Kai Jones and his length at the NBA level.
Ramey connects again, his second 3. So Texas made a total of 5 threes in 35 attempts on Saturday, and they are 4 of 4 to start tonight.
Well, what you can't see in this is Coach Smart's trust in these young men. He really believes in these guys and his guards, and he feels like he's going to live or die with them, regardless of how they're shooting.
Miguel, a strong take. Selton Miguel, the freshman, with the basket. Jones, the step through. Greg Brown on the floor. Oh, trying to make a poster. And the whistle blows. The foul is called.
I think this is Brown's greatest asset, is his ability to straight line drive and finish. Can't give him that much space. And then, of course, Ramey with the 1 dribble pull-up. Right now, both teams are just really exchanging baskets defensively. Or offensively, I should say defensively. They've got to step their game up and take something away. You saw Miguel with the drive there. Both teams are able to get open looks, Ted. I don't see really much being taken away on either end of the floor for either team defensively.
Yeah, Texas is 6 of 6 from the field. Their only miss has come at the line. A couple of missed free throws by Jericho Sims. K-State 6 of 10 from the floor. Jace Febres has checked in for Texas, 13 in the burnt orange, just his 3rd appearance of the season. He played the 2 games when Texas was missing 3 players due to COVID protocols. Pack at the end of the shot clock, no. But an offensive rebound for Antonio Gordon. And Gordon with the stick back. The sophomore from Lawton, Oklahoma, has been really solid the last 3 games.
Yeah, Gordon is like Cunningham for Texas. He's the extra possession guy, the 50-50 ball guy. He's really a difference maker, or has become more and more of a difference maker for Kansas State in finding his groove. Coach Weber talks about him wanting to make shots, but I think his best attribute is this right here. Look at this extra possession, whether he shoots it or not. It's going to give you, as in K-State, another opportunity for a basket. I really like this young man. He's matured, Ted, and grown up a lot in the last couple of weeks.
Now, you mentioned Brock Cunningham. He's in as well for Texas. Ramey in the paint against the 7-footer who altered the shot. Came down to Gordon. A foul called against Texas and Kai Jones.
Yeah, he gets a rebound and picks up a foul. K-State down 1.
Decorative towel.
There was a mess. I wiped up a mess.
Yeah, you
Where is the box? Never mind, I found it.
When game day is a go, there's a Bud Light there.
So breaking news, the next Texas coach will be Steve Sarkisian.
I think it's going to be a great hire.
He's the real deal.
Longhorn Nation, I'm excited and honored to join you on the 40 acres. Texas is a place fueled by tradition, pride, and passion, making it one of the greatest and most dynamic athletic cultures in the nation. We've got some work to do, and I can't wait to get started as your new Texas head football coach. Join us by placing your 2021 season ticket deposit today online at texassports.com/tickets. Hook 'em.
We not only have
Blasting business banter. Your top salesman is working from home while working to close a deal. But his Uncle Larry decided to stop by 2 weeks ago. This looks like a job for Smile Power. Good thing your employees have dental insurance backed nationally by over 65 years of motor defending experience. So their healthy deal closers are always ready to close. Unleash your Smile Power with Delta Dental.
Longhorn Nation, I'm excited and honored to join you on the 40 acres. Texas is a place fueled by tradition, pride, and passion, making it one of the greatest and most dynamic athletic cultures in the nation. We've got some work to do, and I can't wait to get started as your new Texas head football coach. Join us by placing your 2021 season ticket deposit today online at texassports.com/tickets. Can't wait to see you at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium next fall when we begin a new season together. Hook 'em.
Here we go.
Oh, man.
Just like everything else this season, Champ Week will be a lot different this year, but we're still handing out tickets to the dance. Let's check out bracketology from Joe Lenardi, Lance. And, of course, you have Baylor right there as a 1 seed, along with Gonzaga at the moment at the very top of the bracket. Right now, Texas projected as a 3 seed. But, LB, I know that you still have your eye on Oklahoma State, even there as an 8 seed.
Yeah, I do, because they have a wonderful freshman in Cade Cunningham, and he also has a supporting cast with guys like Likely, and that's a very good team who has lost a lot of games on a final possession or last minute of the game. So I expect them to get in and potentially wreak a lot of havoc in the tournament.
Again, if they had not appealed their postseason ban, as Kazuki missed the layup for K-State, would have been a tough finish for the freshman. If they had not appealed, they would not be eligible, but that appeal looks like it's going to drag into March, which would allow them to play. Brown missed the floater. Offensive rebound, Brock Cunningham. Back down low, Jericho Sims left it short.
Boy, that's way too soft for Sims. He is a much stronger guy than what he showed there in the way that he went up to try to finish that basket.
Selton Miguel fouled on the drive, so Texas made their first 6 shots from the floor. They have missed 3 in a row since.
Boy, this is one of the best stretches I've seen Selton play in terms of taking what the defense is giving you. He's doing a very good job of balancing taking shots versus driving and being aggressive. And this is an area that Coach Weber has talked about with him in trying to get a feel for the game. Looks like he's finding that as a freshman.
Miguel hit the game winner in the final seconds in Kansas State's last victory, December 29th, against Omaha from the Summit League. They've lost 10 in a row since. 6 to shoot. McGurl working against Coleman. Kazupke. Offensive rebound, Antonio Gordon. Swing it back to Kazupke. Kazupke from the opposite corner, and this time he connects.
Yeah, with Pack not on the floor, they need a reliable shooter from beyond the arc. Kazupke can do that. He's a young guy, he's just a freshman, but he's got to make shots with the guys he's playing with on the floor.
Matt Coleman lines it up, and Coleman buries it. Texas back in front. Now 5 threes for Texas here in the first 9+ minutes. Remember, they had 5 threes in all of the double overtime loss to Oklahoma State on Saturday.
Boy, this is just an old school shootout right now with not a lot of defense from either side.
Kazupke off the mark this time. Now Texas shooting 70%, 7 of 10 so far. Greg Brown has had a hot hand, and now he has his 3rd 3 of the first half.
And part of that is it's a hard guard for Bradford, having to guard basically a perimeter player in Brown. So they find the mismatch, and Brown can stroke it with ease from that distance because of his size and strength.
Brown with a dozen. 3 of 3 from deep for Texas. Timeout for Kansas State. Well, upcoming games here on Big 12 now on ESPN+. Big one this Saturday. Number 12 Oklahoma, number 14 West Virginia in Morgantown. Rematch from January 2nd when OU knocked off West Virginia. Then Monday, Texas Tech and TCU in Fort Worth. And a week from tonight, round 2 between the Longhorns and Sooners. Remember, that was the game the first time around. Shaka Smart had to miss after testing positive for COVID-19. KT Turner stepped in, and Texas was without 3 players on the court. Oklahoma winning at the very end with Austin Reeves at the line. How about Greg Brown? Yeah, averaging 11 points on the season and already 12 here in the first half. Guy who has, LB, scored a total of 10 points the last 2 games, and he's got 12 here in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's streaky from beyond the arc. I mean, he only shoots about 30% from that range, but he started out slow also from beyond the arc, but he can make them. Where Texas is lacking tonight, Ted, is they're usually a lot more stingy on the defensive end. They're giving up a lot of easy looks, this Kansas State ball club, and Kansas State is taking advantage of it.
K-State has hit 5 threes. They're shooting 50% overall. And this after Smart said that Texas played one of its better defensive games of the year against Oklahoma State. That's more like it from Texas. Sims the rejection at the end of the shot clock.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense that Texas has played all season long, again, up until the first 10 minutes or so of this game. And get the switch, and then Sims with the block. I mean, and he could, this young man here, he can move his feet with perimeter players I think this is a guy, Ted, who will be playing next year professionally. He get in the right situation, he can be an NBA player.
Oh, now an explosion at the rim. Greg Brown hammering the lob.
And that was created by the back screen and Texas's athleticism. You've got to pressure the guy making that pass, because Texas is too athletic around the rim.
McGurl with another three. The senior with his second basket, both from beyond the arc. The shot making has been elite so far in Manhattan. There's Febres dipping inside for two. Jace Febres, the senior from Houston, didn't play the last two games. This is just his third appearance of the season, of course, coming off the microfracture surgery in his left knee in March.
Yeah, and he's the one weapon that I think Coach Smart feels like he could have used in the last game where they struggled against Oklahoma State. He's going to need Febres going down the stretch because he has the ability to knock down three-point shots.
There he is, right on cue. Couldn't hit. Here comes Pack, who scored the last time down for K-State. The freshman with 8. McGurl, too strong. Here's Andrew Jones, who has not taken a shot yet for Texas.
Well, and he's the leading scorer for Texas and typically takes the most shots, so it's pretty rare for Jones not to get looks at this point in the game.
Ramey's trying to put it up for Sims. Instead, K-State comes away with it. Miguel on the drive. Bradford picks it up and hooks it home. Davion Bradford with his second bucket.
McGill, just a great drive against a guy who's still coming back from a bad knee. Smart of Kansas State to exploit Febres on the defensive end. He's got to get some support from behind him on straight line drives such as the one you saw there.
Oh, miscommunication. Ramey was looking for Sims, who cut back inside, and Texas turns it over. Timeout.
Yeah, Ted, but they got weapons. Set the screen, throw it over top, big fella, and go get it. Texas up 1.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets...
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks with you. It's a 1-point lead for number 13 Texas over K-State, which again relies so heavily on youth. These three true freshmen starting again for Bruce Weber's squad. Nigel Pack, one of the very best freshmen in the Big 12. He's got 8. Selton Miguel with 5. Davion Bradford has a couple of buckets. Now listen, they've taken their lumps, and for a good stretch of this season, Lance, it has been by 20 points or more, but you see the progress just bit by bit. Yes, K-State fans are frustrated like everyone else in the program, but you are seeing progress slowly but surely.
Oh, yeah, and I think, as you just stated, we are literally, because we're doing a lot of these games, Ted, we're watching these freshmen grow up before our eyes. I hope that Coach Weber remains, because he's done a great job of helping these guys develop in spite of the lack of practices.
Casey Eziagu, the redshirt sophomore, transfer from UTEP, coming off a 10-point outing in the loss to Texas Tech. He gives K-State the lead.
How about the execution out of the timeout? One of the key elements from a coaching perspective of the game, scoring after timeouts.
A shot by Kai Jones, and a foul on Texas. And it's the second on Greg Brown, who has a game-high 14 points.
Yeah, so far, Ted, both teams have basically struck, if you will, from an offensive perspective. They're both knocking down threes, getting a lot of what they want in terms of execution. I think the first team to strike defensively and get a defensive run where you get consecutive stops is the team that's in the driver's seat to get the momentum going into the half.
Texas tried a little pressure there. K-State was able to handle it. McGurl missed the shot, and it pinballs out to Matt Coleman. Finding Ramey. Kamaka Hepa's in the game. Hepa hits, and he's fouled.
Well, that's what he does. He is a three-point shooter, big time. He's a guy, talk about accepting your role. Sometimes Hepa doesn't even play. Gets in, and he has this ability to just come in hot as if he's been playing and been in a rhythm multiple games. Knocks down the big three. Something you never want to do is foul a three-point shooter there. Eziagu does the wrong thing and drifts into the three-point shooter.
And Lance Hepa better than 50% from 3 in limited action this year. This is just his 6th appearance of the season. Didn't play the last 2 games. He played in the 2 games in which Texas was shorthanded. But again, Shaka Smart said yesterday, I want to use Febris. I want to use Hepa, especially coming off a double overtime game where a lot of starters played heavy minutes. And also, Febris and Hepa earned minutes tonight with the way they have performed in practice over the last week.
Well, and it's a little bit of Groundhog Day for him in that his last game against K-State, Ted, he had 15 points and was exceptional in that game, stepping up big time.
Hit 5 threes in that game, tied a career high with 15. McGurl with the layup. We're tied at 32. Deflected by Rudy Williams, but controlled by Coleman.
Great no
Finds an
call.
open Ramey. Kai Jones pulls down the offensive rebound, and the whistle blows. Well, upcoming Longhorn events on Big 12 now on ESPN+. Next Tuesday, rematch against Oklahoma. Texas looking to avenge the loss from earlier this season. Week from tomorrow, the Texas women against TCU. And then Shaka Smart's team Thursday, February 18th, on the road against Iowa State. Sign up, ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now. So tied at 32 here late in the first half in Manhattan. Texas losing 3 in a row coming in. Hepa wanted another 3. That one is short.
Coach Smart has done such a great job with his recruiting. His roster is so deep. The guys you see playing here, I mean, some of them didn't even play in the Oklahoma State game.
Tough shot. Rudy Williams, the junior college transfer from Northeast Oklahoma A&M, gets it to fall.
And Coach Weber says he's as good a shooter as anyone. He's just got to translate it into actual games.
Ramey banks it in to even the score again. It's back and forth on the seesaw right now, like we've seen throughout this first half.
Yeah, it's an entertaining game to watch from an offensive perspective, but the defense is quite lacking. The late help there from Coleman.
Inside. So the foul is called. 3:37 remaining in the half. All tied up in Manhattan.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital. Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital. Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Kansas State has lost 10 in a row, but they are giving Texas all they want and then some in this first half. Deadlocked at 34. Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks, our entire crew. Also tonight in the Big 12, what a game in Lubbock it's going to be. West Virginia and Texas Tech coming up at 8 Central on ESPN. Rematch from the game in Morgantown. Deuce McBride had the game winner on Big Monday. Also Iowa State and TCU on ESPNU. The game tomorrow postponed. How about this? Not just tomorrow, but overall, it'll be 5 consecutive games for Baylor that have been postponed, LB, because of COVID protocols. Clearly, the only thing that can stop the Bears right now is COVID.
Yeah, they've dealt with COVID seemingly all season long. Coach got it. I don't know what's going on there, but it seems like they've overcome it from a basketball standpoint in terms of winning games. But to your point, there seems to be some kind of affiliation where they continue to have to deal with the effects and battles that are related to COVID.
Now, remember, Scott Drew contracted it very early in the season. They moved through that, of course. They're number 2 in the country. They have looked just about unbeatable, much like Gonzaga when they are on the court. But this program has been shut down because of COVID-19 at the moment. Ramey with the fall away. Texas regains the lead.
Boy, Texas has found the rhythm that they had before COVID hit them, and they got out of rhythm, but the defense is lacking in terms of getting the type of stops and giving up looks the way they are tonight, Ted.
Offensive foul on Davion Bradford, trying to set a screen for Nigel Pack. Greg Brown leads Texas with 14 points, but on the bench with 2 personal fouls. And Bruce Weber sends on Selton Miguel. Now, you mentioned the job security of Weber earlier, Lance. The AD at Kansas State, Gene Taylor, continues to back Weber publicly. Said yesterday on KMAN radio in Manhattan, I'm not even thinking about making a change. It's about the 3rd time that Taylor has defended Weber publicly.
Well, good for Mr. Taylor, because I mean, I like the fact that he's stepping out in front of the noise, if you will. I also like the fact that he's giving Coach Weber a little bit of a break, considering what's transpired this season for many people. I wish all coaches the best this season in terms of job security. We're all dealing with a lot. They haven't had the opportunity to practice. Coach Weber has just stayed extremely patient and positive with this team. Last time they won, Ted, was back in December last year in 2020. So the mental impact of that on the players and the coaches and the program can be enormous. And we've spent a lot of time with Coach on calls and on the phone, and his professionalism amid these challenging times have been second to none. So I hope he's back and he gets the opportunity to right the ship with these young freshmen.
Andrew Jones, Texas leading scorer in the Big 12, second leading scorer in conference games, just put up his first 2 points of the game. 3-point lead for UT.
Texas doing a lot of switching switching. Looks like all 5 positions, especially where Pack is concerned.
And they can do that with their personnel, right, Lance? Now Andrew Jones hits from the outside. His first made shot from the field. And McGurl is fouled, going to the rack. Well, upcoming Kansas State events on Big 12 now on ESPN+. Wednesday, the K-State women against TCU tomorrow night, 6:30 Central. A week from Saturday, Kansas State and TCU in Fort Worth on the men's side. And every Friday, the Bruce Weber Show at 2 Central. ESPNplus.com/Big 12 Now.
You know, Ted, we were talking.
Go ahead, LB.
I'm sorry. You go ahead. I'm stepping on you, buddy.
No worries, man. This is how it goes when you're working from home. We're all doing it, unfortunately. But no, to your point, what Bruce Weber's had to deal with, listen, is it an excuse? Is it a reason for why Kansas State sits at 5-15? Yes, look at the roster. It's very young. On top of that, injuries. On top of that, COVID. They miss so much practice time before the season. And Bruce Weber will tell you that is the foundation where you build your team, and they just didn't have that. And for an extremely young team, inexperienced team, they just were not built to handle all the challenges that have come their way this season.
Yeah, and they're legitimate excuses, and just because some teams are dealing with it better than others, it doesn't mean that they aren't real for any particular team, especially a team with so much youth.
Jones hits again. So Andrew Jones firing up late in the half with 7 points for Texas.
But Texas is offensively, this is about as good as I've seen them, with the exception of their last Kansas State game that they played. They were very similar, perhaps even more explosive than they are tonight on the offensive end of the floor.
Jones feeling it. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. Sims knocked out of his hands. But Selton Miguel couldn't save it. It's Texas ball in the final minute.
Well, and I mentioned Coach Weber, this is why I think he's got to get another chance. Look at this. Look at this. He's out on the court. You think this is a guy who's given up on anything, Ted?
Not a chance.
I mean, you talk about people who take a day off or cheat the job or cut corners. Coach Weber is coaching this thing all the way to the end, and you got to appreciate that, considering the circumstances that he's had to live under this year.
Lance, Jace Febris is there thinking, what is this, 6-on-5 now?
Yeah, exactly.
Got another defender on me in the corner?
How about this? A warning, not a technical.
Yes, it was a warning given to Bruce Weber. Officials tonight, Doug Sermons, Mike Roberts, and Brett Smith. But yeah, and we've seen that over the last few weeks. That's who he is. That hasn't changed. You might have noticed the last two games now against Texas Tech and Texas that Kansas State is slapping the floor when they get in a stance defensively, a lot more than earlier in the season. And players are saying, we see Coach do it in practice, so that's what we're going to do. We're fired up because of him.
That's right. Coaches give energy for sure, and what they bring. We talked in the open about Coach Smart and his challenges with COVID and having to get his energy back in conditioning. And how you sit over there and conduct yourself as a coach, it impacts your roster. I remember when I was playing, depending on who was coaching me or sitting over there on the sideline or standing, had a great effect on the team, the energy, and the environment that was created, be it practice or a game.
Inside a minute to go in this first half. The three-point shooting for both teams has been lights out, yes, against this K-State zone. Remember, the Oklahoma State zone gave Texas a lot of problems on Saturday, and the Longhorns turn it over, a travel.
Well, yeah, you get that deep, Kai. He's long enough, strong enough, and has the ability to finish from there. Looked like he predetermined what he was going to do. I thought that was an opportunity for him to get a shot up on the rim.
Kansas State has shot 54% in this first half, but they don't have a made field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. Here's Miguel against the lanky Kai Jones. Looking for Antonio Gordon, deflected, loose ball, and a foul against Antonio Gordon with 18 seconds to go.
Ted, that's a perfect example of why people say Texas is so athletic. That's Kai Jones, 6'10", 6'9", 6'11", out there guarding a guard pretty comfortably in an isolation situation. Not a lot of guys his size can do that. And typically it's more than one or two dribbles. He can guard someone that's a lot smaller than him for an extended period of time. That's what has him so highly rated. That's what has scouts around the league and buddies and GMs asking myself constantly about how good this young man can be. So it's a great luxury that Coach Smart has with the level of athleticism of these guys on his roster.
Jericho Sims missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Shot clock is dark. Kansas State can hold for the final shot here. Pack makes his move. Got Ramey up, and he draws the foul with 0.6 of a second remaining.
That was solid defense, but just a clever player in Pack to create this. Gets a little bit of space. He knows Ramey's going to bite for that. That's hard to stay down there because of how well Pack shoots it. It's a pump fake and a guarantee 3 shots at the free throw line.
I'll tell you what, Lance, it looked like Pack's foot was on the line there. Now for Ramey, it's his first personal. And Nigel Pack, just a 69% foul shooter, but hitting the first 2. And that will be all. No, Pack thought, well, where's my third one? No, your foot was on the line. There's the heave. And what a first half in Manhattan. Lights out shooting from both sides. Texas trying to end a 3-game losing streak. Kansas State trying to end a 10-course
Pack. Typically they try to go inside out. Tonight it was outside in. I think that's made the difference, coupled with Texas's not so great defense when it comes to rotating and staying with these guards.
This is the third of 4 straight games against ranked teams for Kansas State. Of course, such a rugged road, night in and night out in the Big 12. And for this young and inexperienced roster, yeah, they have learned tough lessons night after night. Foul call 10 seconds into the half. Mike McGurl there, 10 points, along with Nigel Pack's 10 to lead Kansas State. Greg Brown, the freshman, top 10 national recruit in the class of 2020, 14 points to lead all scorers for Texas, but 2 personal fouls. And Brown just got ran over underneath the basket.
Oh, that looked like some good defense.
Davion Bradford plowing into him. That's his third.
And that was a good sell by Brown. Good job by the freshman.
Officials are taking a closer look.
Look like play on, play on.
You didn't even think there was much of a foul there.
No, I thought it was a foul. I thought Brown did a good job of selling it and forcing the officials to make the call, but I didn't think it was anything that malicious, or it was just a common foul.
Well, Lance, guess what? I have become such a good lip reader since we're doing these games from home. I could see Doug Sermon's mouth. Common foul. Common foul. Unfortunately, we're not on site. Usually we get the explanation, but I've picked up that trick over the last few weeks. I can read his lips.
Well, now what does Texas do with the absence of Bradford, who's their best big? They're still in that zone, Kansas State is.
Yeah, Eziagu is checked in for Bradford, the UTEP transfer. Brown, nice pass inside. Andrew Jones had it blocked by Eziagu, and it's out to Kansas State.
Yeah, and
Jones took a hard fall.
That was a good pass. Jones, it seemed that he thought he had to try to finish there, and even when he went to finish, it looked like he more so wanted the foul versus trying to make the basket. And that's what scorers do. Sometimes they're a little bit over-aggressive, and I thought that was what happened with Jones under the basket there.
I love this quote from Eziagu coming out of the loss to Texas Tech on Saturday. We put every team on notice today. We're going to give you a hard game. That was a single-digit game throughout before Texas Tech pulled away in the end. And yeah, it might be a low bar to clear. Just be competitive. But that is the goal for Kansas State the rest of the year.
That's a great call and find in that quote. And they do. They bring it. This, by no stretch, is a team who's thrown in the towel. They don't play like what their record is.
Coleman is fouled as he slashes in. That's on Pack. His second. I mean, K-State needed to see signs of life after 4 straight Big 12 losses by 20 points or more, including the most lopsided loss in school history a couple of weeks back against Baylor when they fell by 48 in Waco. Andrew Jones lines up the 3. Bullseye. Jones in double figures now.
The problem with the Kansas State zone is they're not taking away anything. They're not taking away the drive, which should be pretty easy in the zone because you're not necessarily pressuring the ball. And you should space, and that should be easy. And they're not taking away the easy looks from beyond the arc for a very hot Texas team.
Nigel Pack misfires. Sims, the one-armed rebound. Texas shooting 64%. Coleman banks it home. Just his second basket.
Coleman is really an extension of Coach Smart. They have such great chemistry, which is a key element to any good ball club. Your point guard and your head coach need a great relationship.
Andrew Jones missed the pull-up. Ball is loose. And McGurl will be called for the foul. So that's his third.
Coleman does a great job of getting right into the teeth of the defense. Such a willing passer, finds an open Jones. Texas finishing up where they left off. Gonna take a break.
So breaking news, the next Texas coach will be Steve Sarkisian.
I think it's going to be a great hire. He's the real deal.
Longhorn Nation, I'm excited and honored to join you on the 40 acres. Texas is a place fueled by tradition, pride, and passion, making it one of the greatest and most dynamic athletic cultures in the nation. We've got some work to do, and I can't wait to get started as your new Texas head football coach. Join us by placing your 2021 season ticket deposit today online at texassports.com/tickets. Hook 'em.
Today, opioid overdose kills more Americans than car crashes, and Kansas is not immune. Deaths from opioid overdoses among young people have risen dramatically in our state. I urge you to make this crisis a priority among your families and your friends. Healing starts with understanding the problem, recognizing the warning signs, and having the courage to act. Our young people need our help. Talk. It truly matters.
Longhorn Nation, I'm excited and honored to join you on the 40 acres. Texas is a place fueled by tradition, pride, and passion, making it one of the greatest and most dynamic athletic cultures in the nation. We've got some work to do, and I can't wait to get started as your new Texas head football coach. Join us by placing your 2021 season ticket deposit today online at texassports.com/tickets. Can't wait to see you at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium next fall when we begin a new season together. Hook 'em.
Texas has scored the first 5 points of the second half. They have opened up their largest lead over Kansas State. Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks, our entire crew. Lance, when we got to visit with Shaka Smart last night, he admitted, I know this sounds kind of corny, but we have a theme for every game. And the theme for this game on the road was make teammates better. Coming out of Saturday in Stillwater, the double overtime loss, you sense that frustration was getting to us. It was affecting our play at both ends. And so he just wanted everyone to encourage each other no matter what happens. And it's working right now. Courtney Ramey flips it in. First double-digit lead of the night for the Longhorns.
Yeah, and Texas is chopping up now and carving up any defense that Kansas State throws at them. Namely, they're getting into the seams with ease. Texas may be a little fortunate there not being called for the foul on Pack. I thought there was a little bit of a bump on the closeout.
Now Jericho Sims was called for the travel, and Texas turns it over. Longhorns having lost 4 of 5 coming in, including 3 in a row. Pack in the lane. Friendly bounce for the freshman from Indianapolis.
This young freshman, he is a good ball player.
Extra feed, and Andrew Jones hits the target. Jones had a slow start, didn't even take a shot the first 16 minutes or so. But the leading scorer for Texas leaving his imprint now.
Yeah, it was the Brown show, the freshman. who was on full attack in the first half, and it looks like it's switched to the leading scorer in Jones. Jones is not going to stop shooting. I mean, he really wants to get looks up.
Matt Coleman, the steady senior point guard from Norfolk, Virginia, making his 118th career start. The inside to Sims, and the foul. It's on Eziagu, his third.
And Pack has willed this team to be close in so many games. I mean, the degree of difficulty of that shot is huge with those two athletes coming at you at his size. They say 6 foot, I'm not necessarily buying it. But he just has a knack for putting the ball in the basket as a freshman.
He's got to be on the Big 12 all-freshman team, right?
Oh,
the way
no
he's
question.
playing right now.
No question.
Well, timeout in Manhattan, Texas by a dozen.
Well, and this young man here, Jones, is starting to find his range. He's as good as any. Texas with the lead.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
A showdown between two true Mexican warriors.
12-point lead for Greg Brown and Texas in Manhattan. Big games on Big 12 now on ESPN Plus over the next week. Oklahoma, West Virginia on Saturday. Texas Tech, TCU Monday in Fort Worth. And Texas OU round 2 a week from tonight. Sign up, ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now. Andrew Jones, one of 3 Texas players in double figures. And off the steal, Jones lays it in as Texas' lead continues to grow.
Well, Texas putting on the full court pressure. Earlier, they were in a little bit of a 3-quarter court with not as much pressure. They're turning up the volume. Kansas State will have to meet that level of intensity and execution on both ends of the floor. They've got to string together stops and continue scoring as they were doing in the first half.
McGurl No, he made a couple of threes in the first half, but an offensive rebound for Antonio Gordon. Gordon in the lane over Greg Brown, and he draws the foul. Brown upset about it, just picked up his third personal.
Yeah, the freshman there with multiple mistakes. Gave up the drive into the lane. He's big enough and strong enough, Brown is, just to hold his position there and force Gordon to make a big-time shot.
Brown also teed up there. So a technical foul in addition to the personal. And you see McGurl at the line. That would mean 4 fouls now on Greg Brown. The personal plus the technical, which counts on that ledger. And Brown has to calm down.
Well, and this is part of being a freshman. I mean, his first half, he was lights out from beyond the arc. You know, knocked down threes. He was making very good decisions, a lot of poise. Here in the second half, it's like 2 different games. But again, that's part of the maturing process and growing up as a young player.
So Brown out of the lineup. Brock Cunningham is in, along with Kai Jones. 13-point lead for Texas.
Well, Jones has got to be ready to shoot that.
Courtney Ramey ready to shoot. Not there.
Well, that was a great job by Texas during that possession. It was kicked out to Jones, and he didn't have his feet set, hands set. Do your work early.
Easy trying to establish position, yes, against Brock Cunningham. Selton Miguel on the move. And it's an offensive foul.
But credit Cunningham for that possession. I know Miguel created the charge. That's an area he's reverting back again, but Cunningham denied the ball to a guy that's twice his size. Look down underneath the basket. Look at Cunningham. I mean, he's guarding a guy that is literally twice his size. And then, of course, Coleman does a great job of moving his feet.
And Chase Febres hits the 3 for Texas. So Febres now with 5 in his first action after not playing the last 2 games. Now, Shaka Smart said that Febres had his best practice of the year yesterday. Told us last night, I'm going to work him in this game. Well, Febres trying to come up with the strip, but it'll stay with K-State.
One of the unpublicized strengths of this team, I think, Ted, is the lack of complaining about role. These guys really do a great job of accepting their role and stepping up to the challenge. They've done it all year long, and that's a tribute to Coach Smart.
You see the numbers for Andrew Jones, how he has gotten better as the season has gone along. Nigel Pack draws the foul. Coleman trying to close out. It's incredible, right, against Big 12 competition here, over the last several games. Jones's numbers have skyrocketed. LB, we know that Andrew Jones is one of the best stories in college basketball. His battle with leukemia, of course, the final treatment coming in September of 2019. Just remarkable that he's playing again. But he has truly become not just one of the best stories, he's become one of the best players in the Big 12.
Yeah, and those numbers are a function of pressure that he put on himself. I mean, last year he was still finishing up his chemo. Gordon gets the putback, and by the end of the season, when Texas had the rash of injuries, he was in full force and showing that he was almost back. And then this year early, he was putting too much pressure on himself to have hero-level games.
Now a swish from Andrew Jones.
Yeah,
3 ball.
right on cue, right? Did you send a note down or something?
We try to time it like that.
And then all of a sudden, just the switch flipped around conference time. And Ted, he became the player that we're seeing today. And he is a fun guy to watch, and he doesn't back up. He's such an inspiration. Keeps the dribble with the nice step back. The other part of this is Coach Smart. How about the confidence that he has in this young man? I mean, he's pretty much, he being Jones, is involved in anything they do it's big and important, particularly down the stretch of games, as well as Coleman, who is an extension of Shaka. Coleman had the big shot that he made to beat North Carolina in the Maui Asheville Classic. But I think the inspiration behind this entire roster is Jones.
And this is the guy that Andrew Jones expected to become. He was a McDonald's All-American in 2016, MacArthur High School in Irving in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And it took some time. It took a bout with cancer that he had to move through. And it is heartwarming to say the least. But again, it's not just some feel-good story. He is producing night in and night out, for the most part, for Texas. Nigel Pack producing as well for K-State. Pack connects. Here's Jones against the freshman Luke Kazupke. Sizing him up. Kai Jones, who Shaka Smart told us thinks he's a guard. Back to Jones. Kai to Andrew. The misfire, but the loose ball picked up by Kai Jones.
Texas doing a really good job spacing the floor, giving these guards time and space to work.
Leaning in, Andrew Jones into the shot clock. Didn't touch the rim. Shot clock violation and a timeout. But Shaka Smart's team building a comfortable lead.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets...
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Miguel Burchell, Oscar Valdez.
Nets Warriors, Saturday on ABC.
Fourteen-point lead for number 13 Texas on the road in Manhattan. Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks. Well, we mentioned Shaka Smart's theme for this game, make your teammates better. This is a little thing, Lance, but an example right here. Andrew Jones helping out Kai Jones.
Yeah, and then the look off, yeah, I bet he'll hear about that, Kai, because he had a wide open Jones. But how about this? Normally, that shot might have gone up by Jones, but to your point, Ted, you see him with the hand there. Take your time. Let's get in something. Even now, somebody keeps sending notes. He's pointing to his head, but that was a heady play by Jones. Not only making teammates better, making the whole team better, and not forcing action that's not there offensively.
You know he's got an earpiece. He can hear you. He knows that he's talking about you.
No, that's you, buddy. Everywhere you go, he pops up on cue to illustrate exactly what you're talking about.
Nobody needs to be cursed with that, I can promise you. So Texas up 14, shooting 67% from the floor. And again, after that abysmal showing offensively in double overtime against Oklahoma State. Remember, didn't even hit a shot from the floor in the 2 overtime periods. Roll it into Davion Bradford, the freshman. Off the double team, out to Pack. Had a foul inside. Gordon and Kai Jones going at it. Well, upcoming games, Big 12 now on ESPN Plus, featuring Texas. Week from tonight, Longhorns and Sooners. Remember, Texas was shorthanded in their loss to OU earlier this season. Texas women against TCU. And then the Texas men against Iowa State Thursday, February 18th. ESPNplus.com/Big 12 now. Selton Miguel puts it up. Whistle blows again. Foul is called on Texas.
And Ted, you're talking about the Texas guards and what they bring in Jones. The one area I would criticize them is getting Sims involved. Sims has taken one shot, 2 points. He has one of the tougher jobs in dealing with the bigs underneath. And he doesn't have the type of personality that is going to warrant or force guys to pass him the ball. And so the guards, you've got to do things to keep him involved, but only one shot for a player of his stature and ability. I think you got to do a better job if you're the Texas guards, getting him the ball.
And LB, when you say that, it's not like you want to throw it into the post and have him go to work. That's not really his game, but you're talking about lobs and other ways to feed it to him where he can thrive.
Well, yeah, in any way, really. I mean, just like that possession there, it's like sometimes he's not even looked at to get a look and get involved offensively. And he has the ability, to your point, to score in multiple ways on the offensive end. But he does willingly so many things for this team, as you saw there with the nice defensive job on McGill.
But Bradford with a stick back, and Bradford is fouled. So a chance at a three-point play for the true freshman from St. Louis. Davion Bradford had 14 points in the first meeting against Texas back on January 16th. That was an 82-67 win for the Longhorns when they were without Greg Brown, Kai Jones, and Brock Cunningham because of COVID protocols. And Bradford left it short. 62% foul shooter on the season. Andrew Jones got Pack off his feet on the drive. Nifty move by Andrew Jones.
Boy, that was excellent pace there. That, again, shows the type of maturity that he has to score the ball. He went at a maneuverable speed to avoid the defense and finish that shot. Well executed.
Jones now with 17. Remember, he was scoreless without taking a single shot for a bulk of the first half. Kazuki puts it in off the glass. Luke Kazuki Tore a ligament in his toe back in September. Made his college debut against Texas last month. Bruce Weber says it's amazing he's done anything on the court this year.
I think he has some positive years to come as well. He's shown himself to be able to get things done on the perimeter for these Wildcats.
Chase Febres, you know, the green light for him is always blinking. But off the mark there. Trying to take advantage of his newfound opportunity tonight. Pack, little bit of space, in and out. Offensive rebound, Antonio Gordon. And Gordon is such a hustle guy on the inside, but just could not finish.
You almost, he's so energetic around the ball. You almost have to find him and box him out versus going and getting the ball if he's in your area.
Foul is called. Sims trying to free up Courtney Ramey.
Jones, the speed at which he's penetrating here is just excellent because he can maneuver. You see, puts the ball in the right hand, gets it up before Bradford's able to come over and help. I mean, these are things that he wasn't doing 2 years ago. And I remember he's certainly grown as a player.
Tavion Bradford for 2 more. Kansas State within single digits.
Ted, this team has shown themselves not to go away easily and just die. Texas is going to have to play the entirety of this game.
Texas had a 17-point lead earlier in the half. It's down to 9.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, Capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
We made USAA insurance for this season. When being a fan on a budget gets...
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh, have you looked?
UFC 258. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
A lively huddle on the Texas side as Kansas State is scrapping. They're back to within 9, 8:14 to play in Manhattan. Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks with you. Well, part of our Breaking Barriers series here at ESPN, and it is fitting to include Shaka Smart. When he was hired by Texas, he became the first black head coach of the men's basketball program on the 40 acres. Of course, remember all the success he enjoyed at VCU, leading them to the Final Four 10 years ago. Memorable upset after upset along the way. At 43 years old, Shaka Smart, certainly a trailblazer. And by the way, for great storytelling content, visit theundefeated.com as we all celebrate Black History Month. But LB, as we have said time and time again this month, it's not just about the month of February, it's year long.
No, you've been excellent about pushing that, and I agree. I mean, we're all connected to this nation in terms of the citizens of it and the world, and I think we should celebrate all of our history and what has happened and occurred, both good, bad, and in between. I think it's important for us to move forward as a nation and individuals. And none better than Shaka at keeping that at the forefront. He's embraced all the issues. He's done a great job with the team. He's navigated all the waters that have been placed before him. And America and the University of Texas should be very proud to have him leading this basketball program because of what he does with these young men who come into it, regardless of race or otherwise.
Remember, Shaka endured the job security questions last year. Team went on that late season charge. They were on the cusp of making the NCAA tournament before it was canceled. And you see with the start of this year, that decision to retain Smart paying off. Starting 10-1, and yes, they have hit their dip now. Trying to break out of the slump, losing 3 in a row, 4 out of the last 5. They're up 11 against Kansas State.
Yeah, and I love how Kansas State is handling Coach Weber's situation, as you mentioned, job security. Step out in front of it and shut down all the noise.
Around and down, a 3 by Rudy Williams. Kansas State again hanging in there, and more floor slapping from the Wildcats. Out to Brock Cunningham, offline. McGurl pulls it down. Rare fast break opportunity. Oh, off the hands of McGurl. And Texas ball, a blown chance there.
Well, we know that Kansas State is not going to go away. They have too many guys that can make shots, as we saw Williams from beyond the arc. They play extremely hard. And who wants to go through the rest of the season losing the rest of your games?
Yeah, 10 straight losses coming in for Kansas State. Going back to December 29th, their last victory. Ramey, soft touch in the lane.
Boy, Ramey forces you to respect him. He doesn't get a lot of the hype as some of the other guards in this conference, but he shows up in a big way, this Texas ball club. Coach Smart says he's the engine that makes this team go from a leadership standpoint.
Floor burns for Brock Cunningham. The hustle play. He forces the jump ball. And it's Kansas State ball with the alternating possession.
Well, he just gets himself right into a seam there. Makes what looks like is going to be a difficult shot. Nice jump stop. Keeps the pivot. And then Cunningham doing what he does. This is who he is, Ted. I mean, K-State keeps the ball, but he stops the possession, guards guys that are twice his size. I mean, he is, in part, the heart and soul guy for this Texas ball club, and he sets the tone with effort.
LB is Smart has said you can't have 10 superstars on a team, and he embraces his role. Sophomore from Austin, Westlake High School. Another one of Shaka's favorite phrases is he loses himself in the fight. And that is the example when he's diving for a loose ball like he just did. Free throws from Eziegu, 8-point game with 6:23 remaining. As Bruce Weber said, now after Saturday, we feel like we can win games. Can we find a way? At the end, Andrew Jones off the mark. Loose ball, Ramey comes up with it. Jump ball. And Texas has it with the arrow this time.
Well, Texas is still going to have to execute down the stretch. And those shots that were falling, Ted, my guess is they'll need some of those down the stretch here where they have to make some big shots from beyond the arc.
Here's Ramey against Kazupke. Ramey, high arcer. Oh, didn't even draw glass. And out. Originally called out Kansas State. The official on the far side signaled Texas ball, as if Kansas State had deflected it.
I think he touched it. Tough shot by Ramey. Didn't look like there was any real offense there to be created. Kazupke did a good job getting the hand up. Ooh,
oh, I don't think so.
Missed one.
Not even close.
By a lot. Wow.
And you can hear about 1,000 fans there in attendance at Bramlage Coliseum expressing their displeasure.
Wow, that's a break.
2 to shoot, got to put it up. Catch and shoot, Andrew Jones. Nigel Pack swooping in for the rebound, and the foul is called on Texas.
Dodged a bullet. Maybe the ball didn't lie there with the missed shot.
First foul on Cunningham. And in the bonus, it'll be 1-1 for Kansas State, Nigel Pack. Pack leading K-State with 16 points. Former top 100 national recruit. According to ESPN, and our Paul Biancardi ranked 90th in the country. He blew up at the Peach Jam in 2019. Missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Wow.
His free throw shooting does not reflect his ability to shoot the ball from beyond the arc. That's an area of improvement for Pack to work on in the offseason.
Jace Febris left it short. Pack the outlet.
Look
to Antonio Gordon, and the foul is called on Febris.
Great recognition to get that rebound and throw ahead to a streaking Gordon. Pack, talk about a smart player. Didn't even hesitate. All one motion, gets the rebound, looks ahead, and releases it.
And Gordon hits the first 7-point game to finish up on Pack. So, yeah, had a huge Peach Jam, one of the premier grassroots events in the summer for his AAU team. And with so many college coaches in attendance, now Nigel Pack has gone from, okay, he's a Kansas State commit, but he might go somewhere even bigger. But Pack stuck with K-State. He was loyal, and he wanted to play for Bruce Weber. And that's why he's in Manhattan.
And one of the reasons guys move with those rankings is because they're so young. They're still developing. So that's just a snapshot, but these guys change every 2-3 months at this age.
Greg Brown pulls down the rebound, playing with 4 personal fouls, but it's a travel, and Texas turns it over.
I thought that was poor recognition of time and clock by Williams there. You're down 6. Getting good looks and opportunities. No reason to try to create offense that isn't there with a 1-on-5 drive to the basket.
Pack in the forest, passing out. McGurl pulling up against Ramey. He knocks it down. It's a 4-point game. Texas is led by as many as 17. Ramey, no. Brown couldn't follow.
Too much hero ball for Texas. Particularly Ramey there. No real angle or shot. It's okay to move the ball and get a better look.
Wildcats on a 6-0 run. Oh, whistle blows and a foul
didn't get set.
NCAA1. Yes, the illegal screen, LB. And a timeout. Kansas State creeping to within 4.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital. Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day. With the Capital One Venture Card, you earn unlimited double miles on every purchase every day.
Whoa, Susan.
Oh, I'm looking for coupon codes.
Well, capital.
I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked? I think the sketchy website I bought this turtle from stole all my info. Ooh. Have you looked?
This is the best of the best.
UFC 258. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Okay, State fans are certainly in it now. Wildcats battling back from down 17 earlier in this second half. They are within 4 with 4 minutes to go. Upcoming Kansas State events on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. K-State women against TCU tomorrow. Men against TCU a week from Saturday. And don't forget the Bruce Weber Show every Friday at 2 Central. ESPNplus.com/Big 12 Now. Ted Emmerich, Lance Blanks, our entire crew. Casey Eziagu did foul out. Trying to set that screen a moment ago. Texas led by 17 since then. Kansas State has outscored Texas 19-6 as they try to win a game against a ranked opponent for the first time since January of last year when they beat then number 12 West Virginia in Manhattan. They have lost 12 in a row against ranked teams.
This is out of a timeout. What is Texas trying to get?
Courtney Ramey left it short. Texas all of a sudden is bogged down offensively after the blistering start. Meanwhile, Kansas State shooting 50%. They've hit 8 threes. McGurl wants another. In and out.
The end of this game, Ted, will come down to execution on the offensive end. Who is better at executing and getting good looks?
Greg Brown hits the target. The freshman rising to the occasion in the clutch.
I'll tell you what this freshman has. He has a knack for not losing his confidence. Execution waned for him in the first part of the second half. He takes and makes a huge three.
Antonio Gordon answers with a bucket inside. 5-point game for Brown. It was his first points of the second half. Remember, foul trouble, picked up that technical, was on the bench with 4 for a bulk of this half. Andrew Jones rattles one in. Big buckets on back-to-back possessions by Brown and Jones.
Well, Jones is arguably the gutsiest player on this Texas team. You talked about it earlier. Remember, he made the big 3 to win the game against West Virginia.
Pack with the floater. 2 minutes to go. Texas by 5. Coleman around the screen. Coleman has the bigger Antonio Gordon on him. Trying to drive the baseline. Bradford meets him, and it's a foul.
I thought Coleman should have gave that pass to Brown. You'll see Brown flashed right into the middle of the paint. And Coleman opted to drive the ball. Watch in the middle of your paint. Look at the flash. Hit the big fella. Or the freshman Brown. Coleman opts for the drive.
Well, Coleman at the line. So money, 88% on the season. And the lefty missed the second.
They like to run Pat off of screens here to get the ball at the wing.
But Ramey is right there to meet him, forcing the ball out of Pack's hands. It is fun to watch Pack move without the ball, and he draws the foul from Ramey with 1:25 to go.
Yeah, that was a good job by Ramey, but it was just a little bit better offense. You've got to stay attached. You can't go under on Pack or he'll make you pay, but there was just a little subtle hand push to the chest arm area. I'll tell you what, Pack is not overly explosive, Ted, but what he is great at changing pace and direction. And he keeps the defense off balance. He's almost like a boxer that has a great cadence and way of moving. It keeps the opponent a little bit out of kilter.
So savvy, and an excellent building block for Kansas State. He makes it a 4-point margin. Andrew Jones splitting the defense. Rejected. Here comes McGurl, approaching the final minute. Oh, Andrew Jones makes the play defensively. Ahead to Coleman, tried to dunk it. He's blocked by the rim. 50 seconds to go. K-State down 4. Miguel off the fake. Out to McGurl. Bullseye! Kansas State down by 1 with 42.7 left.
Miguel made an excellent play here with the pump fake, but guess what? He finds an open McGurl. Wow. Confidence is all the way back. That was a charge a month ago.
You see the maturation of the freshman Selton Miguel to make the play for the only senior on the roster, Mike.
Yeah, and that's Coach Weber has got to be given the opportunity to see this through. These young fellas have done a great job of improving themselves for Kansas State.
LB, we talked with Bruce Weber last week before their game against Kansas in that rivalry matchup. asked him, what do you want to see most of all from your team down the stretch? He said, honestly, just hope, signs of promise for the future. What about a victory? That is somehow, after 10 consecutive losses, within their grasp, down by a point to number 13 Texas with 43 seconds left.
Yeah, and you talk about there are no such thing as moral victories. I disagree with that. No matter how this ends with Kansas State, you got to take your hat off to them. You got a hungry Texas team coming in, a team that's been ranked in the top 5 in the country, coming off Oklahoma State loss, one of the more talented teams in the country, with a chance to win late. Wow. What a great performance by Kansas State.
Now can Texas come through? Coleman. About 12-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ramey almost lost it. Andrew Jones churning into the lane and fouled before the shot. But it'll still be 2 free throws with the double bonus in effect. And now the shot clock is turned off.
Well, as long as Kansas State makes sure they get possession of this in terms of he makes one and then misses, they'll have a chance at worst to tie the game.
Got the bounce, and now a chance to make it a 3-point game.
And see, if I'm Texas, if he makes this shot, Ted, if I'm Texas, when most coaches won't do it, but under 10 seconds, I'm fouling.
You would?
I'm gonna, yeah. And most coaches, no coach would probably agree with me, but I know analytics and studies have been done where percentage-wise, you're going to win way more times than you're not if you allow the opponent to come down and have a chance to make that 3 to tie the game and send it into overtime. Because, Ted, there are too many things, if you foul, there are too many things that the team that's behind has to do in order to get back in the game. You've obviously got to make your first free throw. You've got to miss the next free throw, get the rebound, score again. I mean, too many things have to happen under that circumstance versus just making one shot, the 3 ball.
Both teams with 1 timeout remaining. Again, the arrow points Kansas State's way. Both teams in the double bonus. Kansas State is 8 of 18 from downtown tonight. Well, checking out bracketology again with Joe Lenardi. Texas coming in, projected 3 seed, along with Texas Tech, Oklahoma, West Virginia, Kansas, Oklahoma State rounding out the Big 12 picture. And again, Texas coming in having lost 4 of 5 and 3 in a row. Looking to put a stop to that and come up with a stop here down the stretch against Kansas State.
I think for Texas, this changes the trajectory of their season if they lose this game in terms of the tournament and what would happen and what they could possibly get back to considering their schedule. It's an incredibly important game for Texas.
It would be a terrible loss on paper. Pack. 10 seconds. Taking the easy 2 as he got around Coleman. And Bruce Weber calls his final timeout. 9.7 left. Nigel Pack now with 18 to lead the Wildcats.
Well, a smart move here, not necessarily settling for the 3. So now what happens is foul time. Texas is going to have to make fouls here down the stretch. Pack, such a clever player, they essentially isolated him. Let him go to work.
By the way, LB Coleman playing with 4 personal fouls there too. Keep that in mind. Greg Brown with 4 personals as well for Texas. For Kansas State, Casey Eziagu fouled out. Davion Bradford with 4 personal fouls. And again, the Wildcats are out of timeouts. Texas with 1 remaining. 9.7 left. There is Greg Brown, who had a brilliant first half with 14 points, including 3 threes. And Texas is just trying to escape Manhattan with a victory to put a stop to their skid.
Yeah, and Ted, the pressure here to me is on Texas to do 2 things. One, to make sure they get the ball inbounds without a turnover. And secondly, to make 2 free throws.
Remember, 12 consecutive losses for Kansas State against teams in the top 25. Dating back to January of last year. Step 1 for Texas. Get the ball inbounds cleanly. Andrew Jones pulls the trigger. Into Matt Coleman, and there's the foul.
That's the
it's
right
on Mike
thing.
McGurl. Yep.
And if you're Texas, you're pretty excited. You get it into the right guy. 88% free throw shooter.
Now remember Matt Coleman's clutch moments when Texas has either been tied or behind. Against Oklahoma last year, against North Carolina this year in the Maui Invitational in Asheville. And Coleman hits the first. Once again, the best position that Texas can be in here is up 3.
Well, and Kansas State, if he misses this, they've got to make sure they corral this rebound. But again, Ted, if I'm Texas, there's no way I'll let them get this shot off.
Here's McGurl. Oh, Ramey was reaching in, and yes, the whistle blows.
Yeah,
Here's the foul with 5 seconds.
And contrarily, McGurl's got to make the motion as if he's shooting that to force the refs to have to make a decision.
Right.
And give him possibly 3 free throws.
Didn't do it quite in time. Ramey wrapped up. And so McGurl at the line.
I think you've got enough time to go ahead and make this shot. If you can make the free throw if you're McGurl, and then foul Texas immediately and force them to do it again at the free throw line.
Yeah, you don't have to intentionally miss here.
No, you don't have to, but again, with no timeouts, it just means that Texas may miss intentionally.
Right, at the other end.
Correct.
Well, McGurl does the job again, a 1-point game. 5 seconds left. And once again, Andrew Jones to inbound for the Longhorns.
Same principles apply for Texas. They've got to get the ball in without a turnover. Kansas State, if they do get it in, you foul immediately.
Texas has 1 timeout left. Shaka Smart made the signal. Oh, I thought he was about to call the final timeout. Instead, he sends on Kai Jones. Again, K-State out of timeouts.
Using his length to get this ball in, sets the screen.
Now, Coleman got 3 again, this time much easier. And Coleman will head right back to the stripe. Made 2 a moment ago. 4.2 seconds left.
Yeah, and Kai is much taller and longer, to clarify, than Sims there. And you can use him as an insurance policy if you get stuck and you're unable to get the ball into one of those guards. And you've got a big, you can throw it up over the top to.
Pure from Matt Coleman, the 4-year starter. He made his 118th career start tonight. Chance to make it a 3-point game again. Yes. Final seconds. McGurl from half court. Oh, almost banked it in. Texas survives. The losing streak is over. for Shaka Smart and the Longhorns.